Coming to you live from Mohawk High School, it's WPIAL softball action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, and we are underway about 5 minutes early. 1 pitch, 1 out. Mohawk hosting Elwood City. Mohawk 1-0 in section play, 4-2 overall. It is the section opener for the Elwood City Wolverines. They are 3-3 overall. Alongside Jay Moan, I'm James Dotson here for the fun on what's miraculously turned out into a bright and sunny day. It's still a little brisk outside, but we're playing ball here on the all-turf field here at Mohawk with Reagan Magno on the bump, I should say, in the circle. Now to the number 2 batter, Crystal Felino. We'll take a look at the full batting order. It is a different order today for Elwood City under Coach Gary Rosansky. More on that in a moment. Unfortunate reason for it as well, as this one swung on a miss, even a count at 1-1. Let's take a look at your Crane Room batting order here for Elwood City. Lexi Beck moving from the 3 spot to the leadoff position, and a reason for it, Lena Lucarelli not in attendance today, unfortunately, for a death in the family. Our thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to the entire Lucarelli family there. Count now 1 and 2 to Crystal Felino, so she moved up from the 7th spot in the order up to number 2 in the order. Riley Prestapine will be hitting 3rd. Quiston Schwartz, Palumbi, Lavier, Dowsman, and Kreitzer to round out the straight 9 order for Elwood City. 1-2 pitch just misses outside, evens the count at 2-2. Jay, real quick, just, your leadoff hitter, your shortstop's not here today. What are you thinking as Elwood City you to persevere?
Somebody else got to step up and get some hits, because their batting average is low, but they get a lot of timely hits, so somebody's got to step up and get that big timely hits needed today.
2-2 pitch. This one's chopped right in front of the mound. It's going to be Magno again. Tougher play this time. The throw is actually going to get away into right field. Good hustle by Felino to get down the first base line. We'll see how the teams choose to rule that one, but 2 batters, both grounders back to the pitcher, but hey, not hitting it hard, but you find a way to get on base. That's what matters.
I guess that would be an error on the pitcher.
I would think so for the first base runner of the game, and then I'll bring up Riley Prestapine. Both these coaches kind of alluded to errors being a big key for it. We'll talk more about it. Elwood City defensively, Coach Rosansky is saying needed to make the routine plays here today as a big part of it. But when you look at Reagan Magno coming in, 19 runs allowed, only 11 earned runs. So nearly half of the runs scored against Mohawk on the season have been unearned. That off-speed is in there for strike 1, evening the count at 1-1. Prestapine coming in, hitting .353. She and Felino, who stands at first base, the only 2 round trippers on the year for Elwood City.
They don't seem to have a lot of power. Mohawk has 5 round trippers for a year so far.
That one foul tipped back into the glove of Pistorius. Count now 1-2. We're just glad we have a softball and baseball going on today at all, because we have a lot of the baseball games have been postponed or moved back. This game was actually originally scheduled to be at Elwood City and then switched to be on the all-turf facility here today. So they will flip-flop their locations later in the year. As that's strike 3 on the outside corner. The 37th K of the year for the junior pitcher, Reagan Magno.
That was a nice pitch right down the center, and the batter had no chance for that one.
Now Amber McQuiston, the pitcher, will come to the plate with 2 down. As Magno in this junior versus junior battle misses outside for ball 1. After this 1-0 pitch, we'll take a look at the Medora Bonner Law defensive alignment here today. And the section opener for Elwood City, the second section game of the year for the Warriors. As that one swung on and missed, evens the count at 1-1.
McQuiston come in batting .389, and she has 3 RBIs for the year.
Way out in front of that off-speed pitch, and that's been one of the big improvements for Magno, going from her second year starting now into her 3rd year in the circle for Mohawk. 1-1 pitch, good hold outside 2-1. Here's your defensive alignment From a door bonner loss, Stewart, Hare, and Stelter in the outfield. Moskal and Pizzulo on the left side of the infield. Caitlin Hare with Lydia Cole on the right side. Mila Pistorius behind the dish for Reagan Magno, the junior pitcher. A 4-1 record. She's now started all 7 games on the year for the Warriors. 2-1, makes it 3-1 as that one's downstairs for ball 3.
Nobody else has pitched an inning. Oh, I guess Caitlin Hare pitched 7 2/3 innings so far.
Yeah, she's come in a couple of times in relief. You can hear the wind blowing on our crowd mic here so far. Blustery sunny day, though, here at Mohawk High School as the count runs full in the top of the first inning.
At least we have no rain.
For now, there is apparently storms coming later tonight yet again.
We'll get this game in probably.
Payoff pitch. Line drive down the third base line, but just foul.
Well, she laced that right over the bag, but just a little bit foul.
Home plate umpire Matt Stebbins, John Frank. Good to see him back out there. Again, he is your base umpire. So you got a couple of former coaches helping out now as the men in stripes today. Payoff pitch again to McQuiston. Kind of a check swing. He popped fouled on the first base line, and it will go out of play towards the baseball field, which unfortunately Mohawk baseball playing today. Not playing today. They are practicing up there instead. We were supposed to have a game out at Mohawk.
Magno winding up for the pitch.
Checks that wrist, coach, and delivers. Another one fouled. So two straight pitches fouled off by McQuiston.
Good cut, just couldn't catch up with that fastball. So off to the right.
See if you can find the official. If you can't get a good pitch in your wheelhouse, fouled off, live to fight another one. She does, and she ropes another one foul. So good job spraying it all over the place. And got to be pleased if you're Coach Rosansky, getting a pitch count up. Not as important in softball like baseball, but this is a good set of at-bats.
Yeah, she's making a pitcher work a little bit. She's throwing 3 different type of pitches, and she's hit all of them foul.
Quiston hitting .389 on the year. And swings and misses at that one. Second strikeout of the inning.
Looked like some kind of a slow pitch there, and she was way ahead of it.
10-pitch at bat, but one in the end by the pitcher for the strikeout. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and that runner left on base. Elwood City 0, Mohawk coming up to bat. So let's flip the script and take a look at the starting 9 for the Mohawk Warriors. Actually, a starting 10 using the designated player here today with Moskal, Hare, Pizzulo, Cole, Pistorius, Magno, Stewart, Crawford, and Caitlin Hare. And in the flex is the right fielder Lexi Stelter. And also changes to the lineup here for Mohawk as Ali Granado, normally hitting in the 8th spot this year, is injured and unable to play here today. Hoping to have her back hopefully later in the week, according to Coach Hank Pizzulo. Those are your Crane Room starting lineups. You can place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game, or you can place an order for takeout, appetizers, dinner, homemade desserts to go, and a crowler to go. Sounds good to me. So Coach Hank Pizzulo and the defending WPIAL champion Mohawk Warriors for the first time in history. Kind of a surprising run. The 5 seed coming out of the WPIAL tournament last year, Jay, and they have a lot of players back from that championship team a year ago. I mean, just look at it. Typically 6 or 7 juniors in the starting lineup for Mohawk.
That's what you need. You need a young team with some depth, but you have to get some good returning people that have experience. Amber McQuiston on the mound for Elwood City, ready to throw her first pitch.
McQuiston coming in with a 3-3 record, a .292 earned run average on the season. First pitch delivery from her, called strike on the outside corner. Your first pitch delivery, again, brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Give them a call for delivery of your 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or get cases of bottles delivered straight to your home or work as Addie Moskal lifts this one but foul down the left field line. Mentioned it earlier, it is Officials Appreciation Week here for the spring sports season as well, so our appreciation going out there to, well, do we give it to Mr. Stebbins and Mr. Frank? I guess. All to the officials. Big thanks to them. Without them, we would not have any games happening. And put it this way, the Beaver County baseball chapter right now limiting in numbers, a lot of double headers being scheduled so umpires can do 2 crews, and even talks they might have to have one-man crews for some games throughout the course of the year. As that one just misses outside, count even at 2-2. So as your brother Lee would say all the time, go to PIAA.org, click Become an Official, take the test. Because please, we need your assistance.
My brother Lee and I were just out at Hershey, and they were begging for officials. They got a few people to sign up, but not that many.
So after going up 0-2, the count now full to Moskal, and it's going to be fouled back and out of play. Addie, one of 4 players in this starting lineup for Mohawk, hitting over 500 on the season. Payoff pitch again. This one ripped the other way towards left center. It's going to be over the head of Alexi Beck. And that's going to be a lead-off double. Actually thinking about 3. She never hesitated, did she? Going the whole way into third. Making a triple for the third baseman, Addie Moskal.
Good hustle by Moskal. She came around second base, and she said, I'm going for 3. I don't care. I'm not sure what the coach said, but it didn't matter.
Coach Pizzulo, I didn't see a hold sign. I didn't see a keep coming sign, but I think there was no question. Addie was not stopping. She already has a team-high 5 doubles on the year, now gets her first triple.
That's how to start an inning off.
Now another lefty, and Olivia Hare watches ball 1 upstairs. Hank Pizzulo, the head coach, coaching at third base. Cousin Jen coaching at first.
Olivia Hare come in batting .444.
Now has a 2-0 count. There, 5 RBI on the season already. And that's going to be 6. That one's going to go towards the right center gap, and she's not holding up. She's looking for extra base hit, and she's got it.
Nice hard hit ball by Hare that time to drive in Moskal with the first run of the afternoon.
Your Toshiba RBI. Give Dale a call at 412-290-2156 for your printer output device and digital workflow solutions, or you can visit business.toshiba.com. Click Find a Dealer near you. Well, we were expecting a potentially higher scoring game with the way these two teams can swing the bat, but didn't take long whatsoever for Mohawk to get a couple of hard hit balls in the gap.
They both were hard hit, not those little bloops. It was good, solid contact.
Missing outside, throw down to third base on the stolen base attempt, and she's going to get in there with the swiped bags. How about that? Aggressive on the base paths as well, as Olivia Hare gets her team-high 4th swiped bag of the year.
There's no chance to get her. Luckily, the shortstop backed up the player. Would have down the left field like she would have scored easily.
Yeah, good job, Crystal Foligno, doing so. As that one's in the pebbles to Gianna Pizzulo. Now a 3-0 count. G is the daughter of Jen Pizzulo, the first base coach. So I'm not the genealogist in the family, but I believe that would make her and Coach Hank second cousins.
I am not sure about that.
That one's outside corner for strike 1.
Good take.
Leads the team with a .526 average on the year. Three and 1 to count. Already 1 run across. She goes for a kind of a slap bunt. It's going to get fouled back to the screen. Count now full.
She leads the team with 8 RBIs too so far this year. She made would have made contact. I think the third base runner, third base would have. Here we go.
And she floats this one to right field. Settling under it is Caitlin Kreitzer, but that'll be deep enough for Olivia Hare to score on the sac fly. So RBI number 9 on the year for Gianna Pizzulo. First out of the inning, 2-0 Mohawk. Good piece of hitting, though, just to get something out in play and get the run in with 2 strikes against you.
Hit it on the right side. Very smart hitting.
It's now Lydia Cole. Actually, she's got the team RBI total 8, now 9 for Gianna, but Lydia Cole with 14 ribbies to start the year.
With a 500 average coming in this afternoon.
So Moskal at 500, Pizzulo at 500, or 500 plus for her, and Cole at 500 even. Olivia Hare at the low number of 444. I'm sure they tell her that too.
I'm sure they do. Call her a slacker. Catch up with us.
Tough for teams to catch up at all. 11.5 runs per game through the first 6 games of the year for Mohawk, and Cole now facing a 3-0 count. Outside corner for called strike. Count now 3-1 for Elwood City on the other side. Jay, they're averaging just 5 runs per game. So this is the last thing they needed, was to fall behind by a couple of runs early.
And only have one batter batting over 400 too.
1 out walk drawn by Cole, and that'll bring Miley Pistorius now to the plate with 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. Already 2 runs on 2 hits scored for Mohawk.
Pistorius is batting .263, but she has 9 RBIs.
Two freshmen, a sophomore, a senior. The rest are juniors. 5 of them in the starting lineup here today for Mohawk. Similar on the other side, 2 seniors, 3 sophomores, and 5 juniors in the starting 9 for Elwood City. As this one's fisted back foul and out of play. Count 0-2 to Pistorius.
When I jump back when we haven't closed.
Yeah, beautiful up here. The new press box. Certainly, not that anything was wrong with the tents last year, but this is a lot more cozy and not having to worry about the ball coming and landing on our producer's head. Another one popped back foul and out of play.
I didn't jump that time. Mohawk is making McQuiston work his first inning.
Already a couple of fouled off with 2 strikes, a couple of full counts in the early going as that one misses high and away. A snap throw down to first. Cole able to get back before the throw. Mohawk, the only team with a win in section play, as they defeated Beaver Falls on Friday. Avonworth, Hopewell, Quaker Valley, and Elwood City all playing their openers here today. As this one's lifted towards deep left field. Beck going back at the track, at the wall, cannot make the catch. Ball landed right at the base of the fence. Beck, I think, got a little nervous at the last second, feeling the fence coming close, and it ends up falling in. We'll give that as a warning track double for Pistorius. She has 3 homers on the year, nearly put it out for number 4.
That wind blowing almost cleared the fence, but just right at the base of it.
Wind is blowing out. If that had been down the right field line, probably would have been gone. As Magna swings and misses for strike 1, coming in with a .278 average on the year is Magna. Still 1 down, now 2 runners in scoring position for Mohawk. That breaking ball misses away, evens the count at 1-1. Mohawk has scored at least 6 runs in all 6 games so far this season, as that misses inside. 2-1 the count.
McQuiston needs to make a big pitch here. Strikeout would be nice.
This one fisted on the right side of the infield, will be caught by the second baseman in Ava Dosman for the second out of the inning. Runners have to retreat. Big out there for Elwood City, and now McKenna Stewart will step to the plate. McKenna Started all year as a freshman in right field, missed the entire year last year in the WPIAL championship year due to injury. Can you imagine having another bat like McKenna Stewart in the lineup throughout the entirety of last season as she first pitch swings and misses for strike one?
She came in batting .385 this afternoon.
Has a good swing, has a good eye for the ball, though, too. Leads the team in with 5 walks drawn on the year. She gives this one a ride, lifted towards center field. Levier's going to settle under it, though, to make the catch and end the threat. 2 runs across, though, on 3 hits. 2 runners left stranded in scoring position. Mohawk leads Elwood City 2-0 after 1 inning of play. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom, sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
As we come back here for the top of the second inning, let's look real quick at our works in progress keys to the game here for both Mohawk and Elwood City. Mohawk, you talked about the way that they hit. They hit 1 through 9. That's going to be their key all season long. And playing on the home turf, they get the home game out of today. Need to take advantage of it playing on the turf where they are more familiar. Elwood City, especially key to strike hitting and clutch hitting, is what Coach kind of alluded to. Need to get the timely hits when they need to. He also said no extra outs given. Got to make the routine plays. Could have had one maybe cost on that long fly ball to left field, maybe a catchable ball, and any outfielder feels that they probably should have caught that one, but nonetheless, those are the type of plays they need to make sure that they are corralling and not giving any of those extra outs to this Mohawk team, because you know they will make you pay.
Luckily, no runs scored after that misplayed ball.
Yeah, very good point. It is the 5, 6, 7 hitters, and the first hit of the game for Elwood City as Sarah Schwartz puts that in the 6-5 hole for a leadoff single.
That's a good way to start an inning.
No extra base hits on the year for the senior in Sarah Schwartz. But all you got to do is get on base. That is the top prerogative, and she did so there. That one fouled off the leg of Kaylee Palumbi for strike one.
Would you hit away or try to move the base runner at this point,
I
James?
mean, it's early. You got to play your game, whatever you're more comfortable with. If you're a team that has consistently worked on the small ball and feel that you can move runners effectively, I'm all for that right now. That one misses upstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Good snap throw down to first, but back safely there was Schwartz. Here's the other part, though, too. Palumbi, 2 for 15. Levier in the on-deck circle, 2 of 17. Dawsman and Kreitz are still looking for their first hits of the season. So you're might be moving over a runner, but you got to have somebody ready to be able to punch him in after. That one's down at the knees for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike to count to Palumbi.
She came in batting .133 for the year.
So 4 for 39 amongst the bottom 4 in this Elwood City lineup so far this year, as that one's lifted foul towards the baseball field and out of play. Magno winds and fires. This one, a little soft ground to the first base, and it's going to go just foul before Cole can grab it.
don't think she would have had to run her second base.
A good job really just to smother it nonetheless. Remember, it's the white bag that matters, not the orange running bag. Which I'm glad to see they're trying to institute that more in baseball now. The safety bag. This one lined right back through the middle. Back-to-back singles for Elwood City as that one nearly took Magno's head off.
That's a very hard hit ball by Palumbi.
2 on, nobody out. Kylie Levere will step to the plate. Now's an opportunity where I'm thinking bunt all the way.
As long as it's down the right field line and not third base. Make the first baseman field it.
She does square to bunt, and it's going to hit her in the box. So a foul ball called.
You called it, James.
See if she'll square to bunt again. Third baseman Addie Moskal playing way up in front of the bag. She does square. This one though popped up towards the pitcher. Throw back to second base. Schwartz able to get back in time, and good job by the runners on the base to make sure they see the bunt down and not get doubled off.
Good hustle to get back to second base. She almost got caught off there, Schwartz.
So Ava Dowsman will now step to the plate. Caitlin Kreitzer in the on-deck circle, each of them looking for their first hits of the season. Young season, only 6 games in for both of these teams. And on the swing, and Schwartz is going back to the bag. She thought it was a foul ball. Coach Rosansky at third base imploring her. Should have been a wild pitch or a pass ball and should have been able to get down just 60 feet away. That one's downstairs. Should be 1-1, I believe. Yep, 1-1. Dowsman fouls this one off way late, almost takes out her own dugout.
They're all jumping out of the way. A little late in that swing.
Try to give you an update here during the next inning of all the games that are supposedly taking place, what we think we know, and what we are hoping to still find out. This one's foul back to the screen. Count remains 1-2.
Good hard swing by Doshman that time.
Softball-wise, Newcastle in Class 5A traveling to Mars today. Laurel traveling to Freedom, and New Brighton traveling to Shenango. Neshannock and Aliquip was supposed to play a doubleheader at the home of the Quips. Now that was moved to Neshannock. I believe it's still as a doubleheader as Dosman again fouls one back and hitting the screen. She's been behind on the last 3 pitches, but she's gotten a piece of them, Jay. What do you do if you're a pitcher? Do you switch it up at this point?
I think I'd slow it down.
Try to see if you can get her off.
Offbeat. See what she does. Do you like the wristband?
That one gets through and is going to allow the runners to advance on the wild pitch. I'm not thrilled about it. I mean, I am certainly old school in that regard. I don't know. I feel like I would trust my catcher protecting a sign more than somebody being mathematical and figuring out what my code is from the other dugout.
I agree with you there.
Count now 2-2. Schwartz at third, Palumbi at second after the wild pitch. This one hit to the right side, and it's going to go off the glove of Cole. Fielded by the second baseman, though, and Caitlin Hare, and is going to go back to get the out at first. Cole tried to catch it in the air to keep the runners where they were, was unable to do so, but how about that? A 3-4-3 putout. Caitlin Hare able to back up and get the out.
Very smart move there to get the out, instead of trying to come home or go to third.
So first run on the board. It is an RBI ground out for Ava Dosman, her first ribby of the season, your Toshiba RBI. And then first pitch swinging is Kreitzer right back to Magno to end the inning. 1-3 on the putout, but a run back on the board for Elwood City. They now trail 2-1, 1 run on 2 hits in the top of the second inning. To the bottom of the second we go on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Eight, 9, 1 hitters due up for Mohawk and Crawford, Hare, and Moskell. That's Caitlin Hare. Talk about that play just being heads up at second base to be able to get the out, knowing, hey, that was my only play was at first base.
That was a very smart play. She could have tried to force it home or force it to get the other runner, but got the out, which is good. Also, you got to give Elwood City credit, get 2 guys on with nobody out, and they scored a run, which helps.
0-1 pitch, going to be grounded towards third base and going to be snagged there. Good play by Kaylee Palumbi to get the first out of the inning. That was the first at bat of the year for Maddie Crawford, getting the start as the designated player here today. Now Caitlin Hare, the second baseman, will step to the plate. Hitting .300 on the season is the freshman. So freshman hitting 8th and 9th in Coach Pizzulo's order today.
It's a nice play by the third baseman, Palumbi.
First pitch swinging is Hare, fouled back to the screen for strike 1.
Just got a piece of that one.
Through the first time through the order, 6 first pitch strikes, 3 first pitch balls thrown from Amber McQuistion. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The issue, though, is 32 pitches thrown in that first inning.
Took something off that pitch. Hare was way ahead of that one.
0-2 misses upstairs on the rise ball. One, 2 misses away. 2-2 now the count. Addie Moskell in the on-deck circle.
You're not talking. What happened?
You there?
We're off.
I got you. 2-2 pitch lifted foul down the third baseline. Not hearing me?
I do now, but yours is what?
Another one upstairs, so count runs full. Already the third at bat where Mohawk has forced a full count.
McQuistion's trying to take it a little bit off, but she's making it go up a little bit too high.
Payoff pitch and a beauty on the outside corner for strike 3.
Some kind of a screwball or something, wasn't that?
Yeah, it took something off. It was screwy, that's for sure. So good job getting the 8 and 9 batters out to start the inning.
Hare definitely didn't have any idea what to do with that one.
Addie Moskell, who led off the game with a triple to left field. Looked like it was going to be a leadoff double. She decided, well, she wasn't stopping.
She did not hesitate at all. Hit second base, and she was in passing gear.
Lifts another one down the left field line, but this one's going to drift foul. Beautiful facility. It's 205 all the way around here with the 10-foot fence here at Mohawk. Hosted the PIAA semifinal game between the Shannock and Laurel last year. Much more beautiful day here today. Sun shining, no threat of rain at the moment.
Wind's a little bit annoying, but
yeah, you can hear it there on our crowd mic. It is very blustery outside. She drives another one towards the gap, but the wind knocked that one down. And able to make the catch is Lexi Beck for the third out of the inning. Mohawk retired in order through 2 innings. 2-1, Mohawk leading Elwood City at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builders has been building our community for 70 years.
Top of the third inning here from Mohawk High School. 2-1 Mohawk leading Elwood City as we head to our Maley Chiropractic inning. Before we do, we have our first out-of-town scoreboard update. A doubleheader being played for Newcastle baseball down at Fox Chapel. Newcastle losing the first game 6-1, currently in game number 2 against the Foxes down there at Fox Chapel. Losing that at the moment as well, 6-0. So a rough start here for the doubleheader for the Canes. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Why drive when you can relax and ride with daily routes to Pittsburgh and routes all around Lawrence County? You can visit newcastletransit.org for route schedules and for other information.
first 3 batters for Elwood City, 1, 2, and 3 up the bat this inning.
They were able to get one back in the top of the second. Now Lexi Beck, one of the top hitters in the entire county, 684 average. Been the 3 hitter so far this year. The junior moves up to leadoff with Lena Lucarelli not in the lineup. Again, if you're just joining us, a death in the family. She's unable to be in attendance today as a result. So next man up mentality. Just want to see the team compete. And, I mean, they put up runs. 8 runs in a loss against Union. 9 in a win against Riverside. They can hit the ball. That's what it's going to take to beat Mohawk any game this year. But that one off the end of the bat, right back to the pitcher, 1-3 for the second time today for Lexi Beck.
Now Felino up the bat, reached on an error by the pitcher first time up.
Yeah, so that's actually 4 ground balls plus a popped-up bunt that have been fielded by Magno. Right now, not sharing well with others is Reagan.
As a former pitcher, I love having the ball come back to me.
Ground ball right side, and that's going to make its way past the diving Caitlin Hare for a 1-out single. Good piece of hitting from Felino going the other way. 3rd hit of the game for Elwood City. And, you know, that's something Coach Pizzullo talked about last year. I mean, Magno has definitely gotten a little bit faster, gained another pitch or 2 in her arsenal. But she's not somebody who's typically going to blow it by you, get the gaudy numbers of 10, 11, 12 strikeout games, a good pitch to contact hurler, very consistent. You're going to get some hits, but she scatters them, and they're not hit hard.
Well, that one wasn't hit that hard, but it was a outside pitch, perfectly put between the first and second baseman.
Yeah, not trying to do too much with it. As Prestapine watches that one for ball 1. As Magno winds, fires. That one's downstairs. 2-0 the count. The other games today, we mentioned Mohawk and Riverside baseball. That one's been pushed back. They've already said it'll be Wednesday here at Mohawk, Thursday at Riverside. Mohawk still has to make up the Quaker Valley game. If you want to know my opinions about that, go check out the podcast delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Came out this afternoon. That one just misses outside. 3-0 the count. The other baseball games, Elwood City is at Stowe Rocks on the baseball side of things. Shenango traveling to Northgate. We mentioned Newcastle in a doubleheader. Neshannock was hosting Freedom, originally scheduled as a doubleheader, and they decided second game would be starting too late with weather incoming and cold weather incoming, so they decided that they will make that one. Both games will be played at Neshannock, but on Monday and Wednesday. That's a 4-pitch walk drawn by Prestapine.
2 base runners again for Elwood City. See if McQuiston can get something. She struck out the first time up.
We're going to have our Axe courtesy runner. Let Axe do the courtesy for you. They're here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service. It's open to the public. You can give them a call at 724-652-5588. And that is number 22, Kara Kreitzer, as your Axe courtesy runner.
Kara's a freshman.
First pitch just misses upstairs, so 5 in a row. That ball got away momentarily from Pistorius, but Foligno holding at second base.
I'm not sure if she would have made it or not. Would have been close.
Yeah, probably smart to play it safe. This one ripped foul. Evens the count at 1-1.
I believe McQuiston last time up hit the ball foul a few times.
Coach Rosansky barely budged over there at third base. Merle McDonald, by the way, the coach over at first.
I think we're off again. Nope.
This one off the end of the bat, lifted towards the Bermuda Triangle behind second base, and it's going to fall in, but the runner's retreated. They're going to go for the lead runner at third, and it is
out.
Safe. It was close. I thought so too, but it was tough to see when the foot got in there. They had a chance just to get the sure out at second base, but instead Hare intended to go for the lead runner at third.
Third base, or the umpire behind second called her out. That's what got me.
I don't think he was calling her out. I think he was saying that's not my call because he had to be watching what was going on at second base. So they're going to go and discuss and make sure they're on the same page. Because Coach Frank, listen to me, the former coach is out there. John Frank's the one watching at second. Stebbins is the one who has to be the home plate umpire watching at third.
Now she's safe.
Yep. Safe was the call the entire way. So it goes down in the end as a bloop single to load the bases. And another courtesy runner out there. Taylon Crum running for the pitcher.
Wasn't a hard hit ball, but just got in no man's land. I think they should have took the play at second.
I like the heads up thought of, hey, I have a chance to get that lead runner at third base, and it was a bang play though. I think you're right. Get the sure out would have been the safer play.
We'll see what Manga can do to work out of this jam. A K would be nice.
Sarah Schwartz, had the single to lead off the second inning and later scored the only run of the game so far for Elwood. Throw back to third base, and it's going to be close, but just barely getting the hand in there. At third, there was Foligno. Throw just slightly high. Had it not been, I think they may have had her.
I think you're right, James. It was a nice, hard throw. Foligno was just going the wrong way a little bit. She's lucky to get back.
Good strong arm shown by Pistorius behind the dish as this one's dribbled off the end of the bat down the first base line, but foul. The other baseball game going on today scheduled was Wilmington at Mercer. Haven't heard any updates on that one yet.
Schwartz had a nice hard hit single right up the middle last time up. Could use another one here, driving a couple runs.
2-1 pitch. Ground ball right side. Another seeing eye signal. This will at least tie the game as Elwood City goes station to station. Runners will hold. And bases will remain loaded after Sheriff Schwartz's game-tying RBI single.
Second hit for Schwartz. Wasn't that hard hit, but Seeing eye right between the first and second baseman. Going with the outside pitch instead of trying to take it to left. Very smart base hitting.
Kaylee Palumbi, she's the one who had the hot shot right back up the middle in her last at bat. First pitch down at the knees for strike one to her. Second ribby of the year, by the way, for Schwartz. She stands at first, still one down. Here in the top of the third inning, now tied at 2. Ground ball left side. They're going to throw to home for the force and going to second or for the double play at first, and they will get it. A 5-4-3 twin killer ends the threat. But Elwood City able to get another run back to tie it up. 1 run on 3 hits, but the double play ends the inning. To the bottom of the third inning we go. We'll keep it right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. This is our Maley Chiropractic inning. It's time for our Maley Minute. Put me on the clock. We'll start in Class 1A as we look at the softball rankings. Union, 4-1 on the year. Their only loss to Neshannock came in 10 innings. How about Mia Pruz leads the county with 16 RBI and has a program record 26 career home runs. Supposed to play Cornell today. It's postponed. They play Southside now on Wednesday. In Class 2A, Neshannock still perfect. They've won now 80 of their last 81 games. How about Addie Fry averaging just shy of 2 strikeouts per inning? A double header against Aliquippa scheduled for today. Laurel, Haley Fell, 7 of her 10 hits are doubles. Hayden Seifert with a home run on the year, and she has a national bronze medal in hockey from this past week. More on that in a moment as Laurel is at Freedom here today. Shenango, Zoe Offey, how about she's hitting just shy of 700. She, Bria Lucia, and Emma Herb, each with 3 RBIs against Riverside. They are hosting New Brighton today and will take on Neshannock on Wednesday and Laurel on Friday. Wilmington, Avery Harlan leads the county with a 788 average, 12 runs, 14 hits, and 6 home runs. Wilmington travels to Reynolds tomorrow. And finally, Newcastle, Aaliyah Slazinski, Olivia Hood, Kiera Mangieri, big hitters so far for them this year. They're at Mars today and host Fox Chapel on Wednesday and the big one Friday as well against Shaler. There's your Maley Chiropractic Maley Minute. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game as we keep you informed of what's going on in softball all around the county. First pitch swinging, Olivia Hare, and that's one that's going to go over the head of the right fielder off the base of the fence. At least 2, make it 3 for 0-0, Olivia Hare. Second triple of the year and second of the game as well for Mohawk.
Boy, she laced that ball right over the right fielder's head. She did not have a chance. She just had to run to the fence and try to get the ball in.
Well, if that had been playing back at Cal U like it was last May, probably could have been looking at all 4 bases for Olivia Hare. She had that inside the park home run in the WPIAL championship game, and kind of like in that one, just coming out of the box expecting at least 3 bases, and that's why she's standing on third. First pitch rides inside for ball 1 to Gianna Pizzullo. Again, Elwood City at 3-3, Mohawk at 4-2 so far on the season. Pizzullo swings and misses, evens the count at 1-1. When you look at the Class 3A rankings, according to the Trib Live High School Sports Network, Mohawk had been number 1 as the defending champions. They flip-flopped in the rankings this past week with South Park. South Park still undefeated at 7-0. Another nice off-speed pitch for strike 2. Avonworth also in this section. They're ranked number 3. Southmoreland and Burrell 4th and 5th right now in the Trib rankings in Class 3A. 1-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Big strikeout there for the first out of the inning.
I don't think she really agreed with that call, but the umpire made it.
Now Lydia Cole will step to the plate.
Let's see if Lydia could get the runner home.
You can see McQuiston really working that outside corner here for ball 1. Cole, 6 extra base hits on the year. And she gives this one a ride to deep right center field. Forget about it!
What a shot!
2-run home run for Lydia Cole, her second home run of the year. She goes Oppo Taco a day early and gives Mohawk a 4-2 advantage.
You said earlier that ball gets to the right side, it's possible it's going to go, and it did. I think the wind helped out, but it was hit hard.
Increasing her team lead in RBI, now 16 runs batted in on the year for Lydia Cole.
After Ellwood came up with a run in the top of the third, Mohawk come back with 2 in the bottom of the third so far.
Big answer for the Warriors, and now Miley Pistorius, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Pistorius hitting a .263 average on the year. Watches that one miss outside. 2-0 the count. Kind of mentioned it with Mohawk. Just shy of half of the runs they've allowed on the year have been unearned runs. Unfortunately, kind of similar for McQuiston. Given up 42 runs, but only 16 of them have been earned. All runs so far today from Mohawk have been earned, especially those last 2.
Pistorius actually leads the team with 3 homers so far this year.
Now, she's worried about Lydia catching up to her. She just hit her second, but Pistorius will draw a 4-pitch walk. Second one issued here in the game from McQuiston. And we'll see no axe courtesy runner for the catcher. Pistorius will run for herself at first base. Magno to the plate. She's first pitch swinging back towards us. Fouled back for strike 1. Production staff, Matt Flannery. Our producer, Garrett Dolan, graphic design and wonderful camera work. Just make sure you keep the camera focused that way, please, Garrett. Nothing for us. Count even at 1-1. Pitcher-on-pitcher battle. The 2 juniors going against each other. What I really like about both of them, when you look at it, Jay, for Magno, 36 strikeouts, just 8 walks. So that's about a 4-to-1 average, or 4-to-1 ratio. McQuiston, just over 3-to-1. 39 strikeouts, just 11 walks. Snap back to first base, back in time. Count now 3-1. That one's ripped the other way. Going back on it, and it's going to go over the head of Kreitzer. They're going to send everybody around for an RBI triple. Magno's second triple of the year. Extra bases galore for the Warriors. Now a 5-2 advantage. That's helping yourself, Jay.
That ball was hit very hard, and Kreitzer just got get her feet tangled up, and she went down and was over her head.
Yeah, step back, looked like, wide receiver drills. Opened the hips nicely, but then when she had to go and open back the other direction, lost the footing on the turf. Also tough, too. That right field, look at that sun right in your eyes, so you got to read it perfectly well off the bat.
Plus the wind's blown out to right field also, which might have aided that.
This one's lifted back, foul, and out of play. Third RBI of the year for Reagan Magno. She now stands at third base.
Magno showed good speed for a catcher. She got around the third base really quick.
Yeah, she nearly tracked down her catcher on the way around, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
0-2 pitch lifted towards shallow left field. Actually on the infield will be taken there by the shortstop Felino for the second out of the inning. Retires Stewart. Now Maddie Crawford will step to the plate.
Maddie ground up to third her first time up.
That's her first, I believe her first plate appearance of the year. It was. Getting a chance to get the start swinging the bat today. Outside corner just misses. 2-0 the count. Crawford, the designated player. Batting for right fielder Lexi Stelter today. This one off speed, swung on and missed. 2-1 the count. Quiston, who has thrown every inning so far this season, here for Elwood City. Puts that one down low at the knees, called strike 2.
See if McQuiston can keep that runner at third base. They have 3 runs already. They don't need no more.
Tying it up in the top of the inning. Mohawk able to get 3 runs back on Elwood City. Good hold from Crawford as the count goes full, holding on that outside corner. Three balls, 2 strikes. Line drive, sinking liner, and a nice play made by Felino. Able to come in and scoop it off the turf for the final out of the inning. But damage done again. 3 extra base hits, 2 triples and a home run in the inning. 3 runs on those 3 hits as Mohawk gets their lead back up to 3. It's 5-2 after 3. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Top of the 4th inning, as we take a look at Reagan Magno coming in with a 1.42 earned run average and allowing less than 1 base runner per inning, a .70 whip so far on the year. 2 runs allowed so far here today against Elwood City, 1 in the second and 1 in the third, but Mohawk able to put a 3-spot back up there, Jay, in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's big-time response from your defending WPIAL champions.
That's what you want to do. You give up 1, you get 2 or 3 back. Takes all the momentum Elwood City had out right now.
And now they got to get right back into it and say, hey, we're going to make an adjustment and get a run back ourselves. They have Levere, Dousman, and Kreitzer due up here in the top of the 4th inning. Trying to hold her swing. She did not. Strike 2. Oh, 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. 3rd strikeout victim today. Reagan Magno now up to 39 strikeouts on the season as the wind picks up yet again. That'll bring up Ava Dousman. She's first pitch swinging, chopped foul down the 3rd base line for strike 1. Swung on a miss, 0-2 the count. I'm going to back away from the window for a little bit and try to warm myself back up, Jay.
Do you need my jacket there?
Nah, I got my sweatshirt.
Okay. Just offering.
I do at some point. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything Mohawk does here for us. Getting us nice and set up here in the brand new press box.
Yes. Sure.
1-2 now the count to Dousman, playing second base today. Still looking for her first hit of the season. Very nonchalant. No, he did not, says base umpire John Frank. Count now 2-2. Coach Rosansky in his 20th year as the head coach for Elwood City. This one's fisted foul into the screen. Today's game coached to number 331 in his career. Two swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 up, 2 down. Here in the top of the 4th inning. We talked about the family affair, Jay, in terms of Mohawk having the head coach Hank, cousin Jen is one of the assistant coaches. Even bigger, Coach Rosansky started as the assistant under Bob Sedano, 12-year head coach at Elwood City. Happened to be his father-in-law, and then took over the job when Bob said he was done as the head coach. Gary took over, and they basically just flip-flop spots because father-in-law Bob stayed on as an assistant for many years after that.
That is a family affair.
Caitlin Kreitzer. Foul tips that one. 0-2 the count. One of the 2 seniors on the roster for Elwood City. That's also what's impressive. Both these teams, just 2 seniors on the roster, Jay. Young teams are going to get a lot of players coming back.
Mango wants to do what you love to do. Your team gets you some runs. Try to get a 1-2-3 very quick inning.
Get right back up there to swing the bats, and that's what she does. Strikes out the side in order to end the top of the 4th inning. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Mohawk with a 5-2 lead. You're watching at lcsportsnet.com, Game Changer, and Twitter and Facebook Live. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
I'm Kevin Sapp. I'm president of the Mohawk Education Association. We are one of the sponsors for the Lawrence County SportsNet. We would like to take a moment to wish all of Lawrence County student athletes health and safety as they compete. In particular, we would like to wish luck to all of Mohawk student athletes as they represent our school with pride.
Bottom of the 4th inning, that one misses outside to the 9-hitter Caitlin Hare, a 1-1 count. As it's Hare, Moskal, and Hare. I'd say the tortoise in the hare, but Moskal's certainly a heck of a lot faster than that. This whole team, I mean, the speed, the number of doubles and the number of triples. I mean, you don't see triples very often at all, Jay. And you got multiple players with multiple triples on the year for this Mohawk squad.
They have 3 triples today, along with 2 doubles. Hare struck out swinging the first time up.
6 hits in the game, and they're all extra base hits. How about that?
That's making good contact, making good use of the hits you have.
This one off the end of the bat. A lot of English, and it'll go foul. Count will remain at 2-2. And Coach Pizzulo will use his offensive conference. Hank Pizzulo Jr., his father Hank Sr., 400 games as the head coach, considered the founding father of Mohawk baseball. 318 wins in his career as his breaking ball misses outside and the count runs full.
That's how it's working right now if you want theirs. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elwood's is working. Payoff pitch coming. Off the end of the bat, another one foul, and that one is just foul. Again, spin just kind of taking it past the line, just barely.
I thought that was going to be fair ball there for a second. Good play by Swartz to pick it up and make sure.
Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be past the diving Crystal Felino. She's made a couple of impressive plays at short. The throw in off the end of the glove of the second baseman, and heads up is the freshman Caitlin Hare. She'll take the extra 60 feet on the air.
Good base running by Hare.
Yep, you go a hard 60 feet, you round hard, you see the throw off the mark. She'll take the extra base.
You just get done talking about the speed, and they showed it again.
She's got a double and a triple on the year. This one goes down as the first single of the game for Mohawk, although it is their 7th hit of the game. And that'll bring Addie Moskal to the plate. Leads the team with 5 doubles. You mentioned the leadoff triple to start the game in the bottom of the first inning. This one misses outside. 2-0 the count.
Here jumping around off second base trying to get a throw. Smartly, they just threw the ball back to the pitcher.
Now and over the heart of the plate. Well, part of it, too, the second baseman has to play way over, does Dossman, because of the threat of a bunt she would have to be covering. So that allows you to get a huge secondary lead without a huge threat of a throw behind you.
And she's definitely getting huge. She's halfway down to third base.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. And because of that huge secondary lead, she's going to score sliding in. Nice hook slide to get in there. Advancing to second base is Moskal on the throw. It'll be another Toshiba RBI single as she and Hare switch places, and now Olivia Hare comes to the batter's box.
Hare got a big jump off of second base, so she had a little bit of a problem. I mean, she scored slide again, but I didn't think she's going to get caught with her speed and her jump she got.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, LaVere made a great throw from the outfield. I didn't think there was a chance whatsoever. Nice bunt laid down by Olivia Hare, and she was halfway to second base because she thought she had a bunt single, but it went just foul. I mean, a hustle. They're not content with 60 feet. They want doubles and triples every time that they step into the batter's box.
Well, if you have that speed, you might as well take advantage of it.
And now she's swinging off the end of the bat. Nice backhanded play by Dousman. Throw to first, just barely in time. Thinking about going all the way home, and now getting into a rundown is Addie Moskal. McQuiston running it back. Felino. 5th throw already. Now Schwartz with it. Everybody involved and getting back there. The catcher at third base making the tag out to complete the double play. Everybody involved. You did that rundown just about to perfection if you're Elwood City.
That's the way they put it up in the book.
So that double play will go, or I'm not going to try to write that one all out.
I think Moskal, she should have maybe just stayed at third.
Yeah, took a hard round and just got a little bit too far off. (3-2, 5-1, 6-2), and that's after the 4-3 putout. The only thing you could criticize of your Elwood City, that's probably 2 more throws at least than what you would typically want.
At least they made smart throws.
Yes, and that's being very, very critical because in the end you got the out. That's what matters. Now a 1-2 count to Gianna Pizzullo, and what looked like the potential for a big inning with first 2 runners reaching base at ground out and double play. Now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning is McQuiston as this one's hit towards the shortstop. Felino on to first, but it's off the end of the glove of Schwartz and then gets kicked into the outfield. And that error is going to allow another runner to get to second base. Second error of the inning.
I would say E3 in that, James.
Yeah, 2-base E3. And now no one paying attention. She gets all the way to third base as the throw somehow ended up all the way to the backstop. So a second error in the course of the play, allowing another 60 feet. So heads up running Pizzullo, getting her way all the way to third. Cole, first pitch swinging, popped up to the first base side and able to make the catch in foul territory is Schwartz to end the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits. There were 3 errors in the inning, but damage limited to just that 1 run with a runner stranded on third. 6-2, Warriors lead after 4 innings here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Shenango's Zoe Buck as the March Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for placing 6th in the Indoor Track and Field National Championships in the shot put. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Shenango's Cassie Tucker and Newcastle's Jeff Patel as March Athletes of the Month for qualifying for the State Bowling Championships. Congratulations and best of luck to Newcastle's Jeff Patel, Shenango's Cassie Tucker, and Zoe Buck, the March Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Top of the order, Beck, Felino, and Prestapine due up here for Elwood City, trailing 6-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Jay Moan alongside. I'm James Dotson. First of 2 broadcasts scheduled for the week. First pitch swinging is Beck, and she's going to reach on an error as that one kind of handcuffed Caitlin Hare at second base.
Unfortunately, she could not make the play.
Go back to that last inning. We were talking about it during the break, that rounding third was Annie Moskal maybe got too far. Thought she may have been able to hustle back and maybe have gotten back to the bag, but she kind of almost was content of like, well, I'm stuck. I'm going to get into a rundown there, Jay. It was a tough situation, and she made a long rundown with about 7 or 8 throws.
You got to give Elwood City credit. They made the play.
Fielder's choice as the throw gets away, but holding at first base was Felino. Fielder's choice will retire Beck, as that chopper put Pizzullo basically right on the bag.
Luckily, the ball come off the fence and right back to the first baseman.
Prestapine, a walk and a strikeout in her first 2 at-bats, now steps to the plate with 1 down. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. We talked about it, though, the speed that Mohawk has on the base paths, the way that they're aggressive, they're smart in the way that they play, but you kind of said it, though, too, is that you have to be fully smart. Sometimes you're going to make a mistake on the base paths. You need to try to limit them as much as possible, though. It's kind of a give and take, really, Jay, when you think about it, just in terms of, hey, we want to be extra aggressive, but sometimes we're going to give up an out we probably shouldn't.
I believe that was one that they think, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but they're still with a 3-run lead.
Yeah, that'd be a big story if that had happened and they were trailing.
Make that a 4-run lead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4 runs now, you're right. Foul tipped into the glove, 1-2 now the count. It would be definitely a different story if the score had been like 3-2 and they were trailing. I mean, it's all about knowing the situation of the game.
But they've been aggressive all day, so they probably don't want to stop now.
Yeah, exactly. You play your game. Good piece of hitting just to get a piece of that one by Prestapine. Fouls it off.
Low and outside, she took it to right field. Except it was a little bit foul.
Live to fight another pitch. Count remains 1-2. Coming up after the game, we will announce our Melee Chiropractic play of the game, as well as your MVP Insurance MVP of the game, where they coach clients to better prices, better coverage. Get in the game at MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win. Count now at 2-2. Again, your defensive alignment, Stewart, Hare, and Stelter in the outfield left to right. Moskal on the left side of the infield with Pizzullo at short. Caitlin Hare at second. Lydia Cole at first. Pistorius behind the dish. Magno pitching, and watch this one's go deep to right field, and it's going to clear the right field fence up in the wind tunnel. Riley Pestapine with her second home run of the season. The 2-run dinger cuts the Mohawk lead in half.
I didn't think that thing had a chance to get out, James.
Kept on carrying. Got a good piece of it going the other way.
Magno put that bow outside on purpose, and she went with the pitch. He tried to pull that. It's a one-hopper to short.
Instead, she goes with it and lifts it over the right field fence. Her second of the year, second home run of the game that we've seen today. After Lydia Cole with her big home run earlier.
That's Prestapine's second homer of the year.
Now Amber McQuiston looking to help her cause as well. First multi-run inning of the game for Elwood. Breaking ball away, evens the count at 1-1. One and one the count, swung on and missed on the drop ball. McQuiston singled in her last at bat. The other games going on in section play today, Hopewell traveling to Avonworth and Beaver Falls hosting Quaker Valley. At least that's what was scheduled. Who knows what actually ended up happening today, as this one's off the end of the bat towards third base. Addie Moskal over to first in plenty of time for the second out of the inning. Let's take a look at those standings here in the section. Again, Mohawk, the only team with a win, as their game against Friday against Beaver Falls, the only section game so far. Top 4 teams will make it out of the section into the WPIAL playoffs. Schwarz just a bit outside from Magno.
That's an understatement, James. I think the ball got away from Mango a little bit.
Yep, it's going to happen.
Nobody's on base.
Yep, if there's a good time for that to happen, Jay, that's it right there. This one downstairs. Count now 2-0.
Mango hasn't walked a batter yet today, if I'm looking right.
I got one.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah,
I
one
see
in the
it.
third.
Yep.
But she's kept that ratio, about 4 strikeouts for every walk. That's what she's got today. 5 strikeouts now with just that one free pass.
And that was the person that just hit the home run.
Sarah Schwarz 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and an RBI. Now has a 3-1 count.
Almost lost all my paperwork.
The wind is not Jay's friend today. Certainly is a hitter's friend. We've had 2 opposite field home runs. Wind blowing out towards right field at a good 15-20 miles an hour. That one swung on and missed, and the count now full to Schwarz. Hitting .313 on the year is the senior. Looking to get on base for the 3rd time here today.
I believe that last homer definitely was wind aided. As you see the flag in right field really going crazy now.
This one roped right back through the box. 3 for 3 day for Sarah Schwarz.
That was a shot. Bang, all she had to do was get out of the way. I think she would have stuck her glove up and might took her glove right off her hand.
Schwarz 3 singles. Nothing but singles for her all year long, but she is swinging the hot bat. Keeps the inning alive for Kaylee Palumbi. Singled in her first at bat and grounded into a double play in the 3rd. Watches strike 1 down at the knees.
Chance for a big inning, and Palumbi just hit a one-hopper to second, and it was all, no, the 3rd, and it was all over.
This one catches the inside corner. Quickly up 0-2 is Magno. Two runs in the inning, only one of them earned. 1-2 now the count.
See if Palumbi can get a big hit here, keep this inning alive.
5 RBI on the season for Palumbi. She hits this one off the end of the bat, and it hits her in the box, so just a foul ball. Elwood City looking for their first section title since 2017. 3 of the 4 section titles under Coach Rosansky, undefeated regular seasons. Once back in 07, and then the back-to-back years in 2016 and 2017. This one lifted towards right field, giving chase into foul territory, and a beautiful catch made by Alexi Stelter.
A lot of yellow coming out of that glove, but she kept it off the ground. Beautiful catch by Stelter. I didn't think she had a chance for that.
Yeah, she read it perfectly off the bat. Getting the start in right field here today, and she's got herself a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination. 2 more runs on the board, though, for Elwood City. They cut the lead down to 2. It's 6-4 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. The last time Elwood City scored a run to tie it in the 3rd inning, Mohawk responded with 3 of their own. A 2-run home run in the top of the 5th inning for the Wolverines. How will Mohawk respond? This 0-1 pitch lifted towards shallow left field and then finds its way in for a leadoff single, and another errant throw coming back in will allow Miley Pistorius to advance an extra 60 feet. 4th error of the game, and 3 of them have just been on errant throws coming back into the field.
That was a smart play by Pistorius. Saw the ball wasn't going to hit second base right, so she was on her way to second and got there standing up. Single and an error.
No axe courtesy runners for Mohawk so far here today. First pitch now to Reagan Magno. She tripled in her last at bat.
See if Magno can advance the runner at least.
And that was the other question I was going to ask. Same scenario. You're up by 2. A 3 or 4 run advantage would be huge. Do you consider moving the runner here?
What's Magno's average? I believe she's 278. I think I'd move the runner.
Each one of these batters from Mohawk can swing the bat, can lay it down. Right now, I think they're also thinking they want to get that big inning in response as they're letting her swing away. Pops this one foul, and it will get out of play down the right field line.
What would you do if you was a coach, James?
Oh, I love the small ball. I love trying to get players running, but you also know what your opponent does. And if Elwood City defends the bunt well, maybe you're also thinking, well, we're going to swing away. Tell you what, I'm not sure I coached a team that hits as well as this Mohawk team does either, though. So, your Coach Pizzullo, I'm not blaming him if he says, I want to swing. Full count now for Magno, and she swings and misses at the rise, ball for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Amber McQuistion, and she's gotten a couple of strikeouts in big moments so far, Jay, when runners in scoring position.
Yes, she has. Now see what she can do with Stewart.
Kenna Stewart looking for her first hit of the day. Ball misses upstairs. Again, Stewart, who missed all of last year with an injury after starting her entire freshman year. Glad to see her back.
Be Stewart's first hit of the year also, because she got her first at bat earlier today. First 2 at bats. Oh, no, I'm wrong. That was Crawford.
You're looking at Crawford, that's right.
Crawford.
She stands in the on-deck circle. Stewart lifts this one towards center field, well read by Kylie LeVere, and she's going to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Now Crawford will step to the plate with 2 down. I approve of a walk-up song, though, for Maddie. Looking for her first hit of the year. If so, then she would be like California, knowing how to party. Looking ahead for Elwood City, they have 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the top of the 6th inning, but they can get out of this bottom of the 5th unscathed and keep it a 2-run advantage for Mohawk. That would be huge. That one misses outside. 2-0 the count.
2 outs. All she has to do is make one good pitch. Get out of this inning.
Crawford swings through that fastball. Makes the count 2-1. Misses outside. 3-1 now the count. Caitlin Hare in the on-deck circle. Singled and scored in the 4th. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball up the middle. Taken to her left by Felino. Throw on to first base. Gets her by a half step.
Nice play by Felino.
So the leadoff single and an error, but 3 straight outs to retire the side. Keeps it a 6-4 Mohawk lead over Elwood City through 5 innings of play. You're watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Congratulations to our March LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Newcastle Boys Bowling as March's LCAP Team of the Month after winning their first ever section title, qualifying for the Western Regional Finals, and having all 5 starters qualify for the WPIAL Individual Finals. Congratulations to Coach Pitzer and the Newcastle Bowling Team, our March LCAP Team of the Month. To the top of the 6th inning we go with a 6-4 Mohawk advantage. Let's take a look at your Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard. We got some softball finals in already. Newcastle defeating Mars 19-4. Laurel at Freedom, they win that one 19-0. Shenango defeating New Brighton 16-0. And the Shannock against Aliquippa, they win game 1 15-0.
A lot of high-scoring games there.
For one side, the Shannock leading game 2 right now 10-0 as well in that one. We'll get you some baseball scores here in a moment. As first pitch coming into Kylie LeVere, misses downstairs for ball 1. On the baseball side of things, a 6-0 lead for Laurel over Freedom. That's also going on in softball. There must be I didn't realize they were doing a doubleheader today, so that's news. As this one's ripped over the second baseman's head, and that's going to be a leadoff single.
Nice piece of hitting by LeFair.
The Shannock baseball leads Freedom 9-2. Fox Chapel took game 1 over Newcastle 6-1. They lead the second game right now 13-3. So it looks like it's going to be 2 for the Foxes over the Canes. Looks like we got some position switches out there from Mohawk in the field. Get to that in a second. It's squaring the bunt and missing his Dousman. Throw back to first. Not in time. As it looks like it's now McKenna Stewart playing at second base. And Caitlin Hare out in left field. So those two have flip-flopped. And squaring the bunt, but this one's fouled back and quickly 0-2 the count.
No, I think she's going to have to swing away. I'm not a fan of trying to bunt with 2 strikes. How about you?
It has to be a very special situation.
Very special.
It's about whether or not I trust my player, to be honest. Just missing on the outside corner. Dousman, who had a RBI ground out back in the first, or excuse me, in the second inning, drove in the first run of the game for Elwood City. This one off the end of the bat, and it is going to go just foul. As Mistorius came out quickly. Almost worked as a pseudo-sacrifice, but she'll have to go back and do it again.
She would have been a half a second quicker. She could have got that ball before it got back in the batter's box.
I'm not sure she could have gotten out any quicker. She hopped out of there. With authority, did Pistorius from behind the plate. Count now 2-2. In the top of the 6th inning. Misses downstairs and fake the throw back to first. Count now full. Nobody down here in the top of the 6th inning. Tying run at the plate for Elwood. Payoff pitch. Misses upstairs. 2 on, nobody out. Only the second walk of the game issued by Magno.
Dawson was looking for her first hit of the game, first hit of the year, but she ended up getting a walk.
Kreitzer doing the same, looking for her first hit. Again, if it's me, your 9-hitter, I'm looking to try to move the runners. Not squaring a bunt, instead swinging away, ground ball, and only play will be to first, so it'll work like a sacrifice, getting those runners into scoring position. Good piece of hitting by Caitlin Kreitzer, essentially getting the sacrifice. Won't go down as one, but works like it.
I thought you had to play at second.
It would have been tough. I don't blame McKenna Stewart there for taking the short out.
Yeah, she got the definite out, but I thought when she first fielded the ball, she had to throw to second.
Yeah, the fact the ground ball took her towards first base, I think, kind of limited her thoughts. As this one's hard off of the padding and came right back to Pistorius, having to retreat back to third is Kylie LeVere.
That's a nice ball bouncing right back to her.
I was checking out the padding behind home plate while we were getting everything situated today, and it is a hard padding. There's not a lot of give to it. You could see how hard that one bounced right back. This one lined to the right side. Diving play made by Stewart from her butt to first base to get the out. Throw behind to go into third, and they will not be able to get Dousman. Run does score, but right, for all intents and purposes, McKenna Stewart just kept this game a 1-run lead for Mohawk.
That was a beautiful play by Stewart. I don't know how she come up with that ball. Made the perfect throw to first, too.
And again, she just moved to second base. She was playing left field until this inning. So Lexi Beck retired on the RBI ground out. But another fantastic play of the game nomination thrown out there for the Mohawk defense.
That's 2 beautiful plays by Mohawk that saved runs.
Foligno 1 for 3, a couple of runs scored. Fouls that one back. Evens the count at 1-1. You're good. One and one to count. Snap back to third base, and they got her.
Can't be happy with that. Got off third base way too far.
Well, they tried it once. They weren't able to get it out at third. That time they do find Dousman just a little bit too far off of the bag. A run scores on one hit, and a couple of big defensive plays keep it a one-run Mohawk lead as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Mohawks lead down to 1. Could be much, much closer. They were able to get the out that they needed at second base, and then the pickoff to end the inning as well, Jay.
One good play and one bad play.
2-0 the count to Caitlin Hare. Began at second base, now playing out in left field.
You don't want to be picked off at third base with 2 outs.
No one would pick off a third base anytime, but especially with 2 outs.
And that tying run within 90 feet. Not smart base running.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. One fouled back and out of play. Off the end of the bat, it's going to be one hop. That's going to say caught in the air by Sheriff Swartz for the first out of the inning.
Nice play by Swartz.
Now that'll bring up Addie Moskell. 2 for 3. An RBI and a run scored on the day. She's first pitch swinging, hot shot right at Kaylee Palumbi. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
2 nice plays there.
So a soft liner and then a hot shot to the hot corner for the second out of the inning. Elwood City has 2, 3, 4 hitters due up.
Like to keep Mohawk off the base pads this inning. No runs on the scoreboard.
Olivia Hare, a double and a triple. And grounded into a unconventional double play. This one misses outside. Count now 2-0. Coming in, hitting a .444 average is Olivia Hare. And leads the team in the stat that no one would ever want to lead a team in. Hit batsman. She gives this one a ride towards right field. It's going to fall in for a single. So she's got a single, a double, and now a triple.
Needs a homer for the cycle, which I'm sure Elwood City hopes she does not have a chance to get.
Her third hit of the game.
Nice hard single to right field.
First pitch swinging there is Pizzulo for strike 1. Reached on an error in the fourth, had a sac fly in the first. Pizzulo still looking for her first hit of the game. Nine hits in the game for Mohawk, 8 for Elwood City. This wind picks up yet again. Missing upstairs. 1-2 the count. Again, it's Felino, Prestipine, and McQuiston due up.
Prestipine with the homer earlier in the afternoon.
That's right. That one's fouled back to the screen. And you got Schwarz, who, if anybody gets on base, should be 4th up in the inning. Has not been retired yet today. 3 for 3.
All hard hit balls, too.
Count remains 1-2 to Pizzulo. Misses well outside. Hare, big secondary. Thought she might try to take off. She will retreat back to first.
Trying to get the throw, and she said, I'm not going to throw it down
She did
there.
steal third earlier in the game. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
2-2, misses downstairs. And now she will be off and running with the pitch as the count goes full. Lydia Cole in the on-deck spot. She's got herself a home run as well today. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and a big one for McQuiston. Her 4th K of the day. Keeps Mohawk off the board and sends us to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Wolverines, trailing 6-5 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Felino, Prestipine, McQuiston representing the last chance here for Elwood City in the top of the 7th inning. This is Crystal Felino, who was in the batter's box when the pickoff at third happened to end the last inning. Didn't get a chance to talk about it. The impact hitters here for today's game. And we'll get that in a second. Plenty of impact hitters for both of these teams, to say the very least, as this one bounces in for a ball as well.
Felino 1 for 3 in the afternoon.
Lydia Cole, the leading hitter, now 16 RBI after her hit. Alexis Beck moving into the leadoff spot. Drove in the run to cut the lead down to 1 on an RBI ground out, but she is 0 for 4 here today. Right now, though, all over the place. Magna nowhere near the zone. 3-0 the count.
Take a breath. Get that first strike in. I'm sure she's going to be taken. I'd be taken if I was the batter.
Yeah. Right now you need base runners. Absolutely. I'm thinking the same. In there for strike one. I like that, though, from Magna. She took an extra couple of seconds, walked around, took a breath, regathered herself, delivered a 3-0 strike.
Right down the middle. And you were pretty sure she was taken, too, Felino.
And Felino on base for the 3rd time today as that one goes inside. 3rd walk of the game issued by Magno, and the leadoff runner on base.
That runner getting picked off at third base is looking more important.
4th time today that Elwood has gotten a leadoff runner on base. The first 3 times, runs were scored. And you're in the heart of this Elwood City order as that one skips in to Riley Prestipine for ball 1. As you mentioned, the 2-run home run in her last at bat.
And the wind is definitely blowing out the opposite way if she gets the ball up in the air again, it could possibly be another home run.
That'd be another at least 15, 20 miles an hour in this wind right now.
Yes.
Right now, Magno's struggling to find the zone, everything being left low. Again, need to just relax, take a step back, find your release point, trust the defense behind you.
She's not a strikeout pitcher.
Missing outside 3-0. So even more reason, just trust your stuff. Trust that your defense can make a play.
Well, it's only had one error today.
That one at the letters for strike one. Only 4 errors on the year coming into today. Three and 1 to count to Prestapine. Gives this one a ride sky high, but shallow center field. Hare will come in, make the catch. No, it comes out of her glove, but will have enough time to get to second base. The wind wrecking havoc out there. As you can see, she's kind of upset with herself, but again, the heads up just to get the out to second. Your prototypical fielder's choice 8-4.
Don't see that too often. You had to stay at first base because that ball looked like an easy fly ball when it left the bat.
Kara Kreitzer in as your axe courtesy runner yet again, now with 1 down. Amber McQuiston, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Yeah, tough luck for Felino. Not much you really can do, because also with the arm of Olivia Hare in center field and being a shallow ball, you can't be more than a couple steps off first base.
Yeah, when that ball went down, she didn't have a choice.
That one,
what did that do?
Kind of slipped right out of her hand and basically bounced just outside of the circle. Just a ball in the end, but one you don't see happening often.
No.
It's a wild pitch, a very wild pitch. It moves the
tying run.
Yeah, into scoring position. That's the courtesy runner, Kara Kreitzer, the freshman, now standing at second. And this one off the end of the bat and fouled on the first baseline. Tell you what, that's got to be one of the most harrowing things. You don't know what just happened on the last pitch. It bounced maybe 5 feet in front of you. Now you got to go out and no warm-up, no nothing, figure out what you just did and trust your stuff.
I'm not sure what happened there. It just looked like it just must have slipped out of her hand. Maybe hit the side of her leg. It definitely didn't go too far.
1-2 gets the strikeout and a big one for the second out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Magno. Not necessarily a strikeout picture, but Jay, she got the one she needed there.
After that bad pitch she had, she come back and got the K.
Now Sarah Schwartz, 3 singles today, 3 for 3, stepping to the plate. A single here would likely tie the game.
Of course, you got a good. Her hair has a very strong arm in center field, so you might have to think twice about it. You would not want to get thrown out home plate to end the game.
First pitch misses outside for ball 1. You got a speedy courtesy runner out there, though.
Schwartz has been hitting the ball hard.
And that was my question, is with the open base, I mean, you don't want to put the go-ahead run on base, but how aggressive are you in attacking Schwartz? She fouls this one back, and out of play evens the count at 1-1.
She's been hitting the ball hard.
Ground ball base hit on the left side, on the right side, and a line drive right back through the box. So she's hit it to all fields as well. Great hitter is the senior Sarah Schwartz. The 1-1. Misses way outside. Hit her spot, trying to entice the chase.
Columbia on deck has one hit and bounced into a double play.
The 2-1. Again, misses outside. They're trying to get Schwartz to chase something outside. She's held firm so far. You mentioned Palumbi on deck. Got just her 3rd hit of the season. We're going to have a trip to the mound brought to you by UPMC, Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care. Getting you back on your feet faster. You can visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you or give them a call at 724-983-7000.
If Mango brings that any closer in, she'll take that ball to right field as she's done earlier in the game. Schwartz is a very established hitter. She is a senior, so she's been here before.
After that first pitch foul back, they've been very careful with her. Let's see if they come after her on the 3-1. They do put it way outside. With the open base, not the worst thing in the world, but again, it does put the tying run on first.
That would be the winning run, James.
Or that would be the go-ahead run. You're right, the tying run at second. And Kaylee Palumbi now to the plate with 2 outs.
Palumbi only batting 133.
Does have her 3rd hit of the year earlier in the game. Watches ball 1. She's got a good eye for it. She leads the team in walks. Any way you can get on and extend this game is all you're looking for. Ground ball up the middle is going to be taken by the shortstop. Pizzula will step on the bag to end the inning and end the ball game, leaving 2 runners on the bags. Mohawk able to survive a tough one against Elwood City here at home. Your final score, Warriors 6, Wolverines 5. We'll recap it all on our Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return. You're watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Tri-County Principals post-game show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, with a 6-5 Mohawk victory over Elwood City. A tough battle. Elwood City kept chipping back. And in the end, a win here at home for Mohawk. Jay, I think the big part of this was Elwood City came back. They tied the game. They kept chipping away, but Mohawk stayed with it, got a couple big runs when they needed to, and they did enough to win today. I'm sure there are these things that they're not pleased with, but especially early on, they hit the ball very well. They got the lead, and they were able to weather the storm.
Yes, it was a tough fought victory for Mohawk. Every time they thought they had the lead and it was going to get out of control, Elwood would come back and get a run or two. A big homer by Elwood that really tied the game up. No, 6, I guess, would have been 5-4 at that time.
Yeah, and they chipped away and nearly had a chance to get a couple more in the 5th inning. We'll talk about that in a moment of how that inning came to fruition. But let's go through our full gem scoring recap to recap this gem of a game. We'll start with in the bottom of the 1st inning, Mohawk striking first. A leadoff triple for Addie Moskell. Never slowed up. The ball was in the infield by the time she hit second base, but she didn't care. She was going all the way to third the entire way. She then scored on an Olivia Hare double, and Hare scored on a sac fly from Gianna Pizzulo. It was 2-0. Right off the bat for Mohawk. Elwood City responded in the top of the 2nd inning. A leadoff single from Sarah Schwartz, the first of her 3 hits on the day. Palumbi also with a hit, and then an RBI ground out from Ava Dousman made the score 2-1. They would then tie it up in the top of the 3rd inning, did Elwood City. A 1-out single from Crystal Felino after a walk and a single loading the bases. Shara Swartz with an RBI single to make the score 2-2. Still just 1 out, but a double play to end the inning that ended the threat there for Elwood City. And Mohawk then exploded with a 3-run bottom of the 3rd. A leadoff triple for Olivia Hare, and then Lydia Cole takes one Abo Taco to make it on a 2-run home run, made the score 4-2. Pistorius then walked and scored on a Reagan Magno triple to make the score 5-2 at the end of 3 innings. They extended it to a 6-2 lead in the 4th with a pair of singles. Caitlin Hare and Annie Moskell with singles. Moskell driving in Hare for the run, making it 6-2. Elwood City, as you kind of alluded to, though, didn't go away. Lexi Beck reached on an error. She was retired on a fielder's choice, but then Prestapine hits one down the right field line that cleared the fence for a home run, make the score 6-4 at the end of 5. They got another one in the 6th inning, a leadoff single for Kylie LeVere, a walk from Ava Dousman. After a pseudo-sacrifice ground out, Lexi Beck drives in a run, but put an asterisk by that ground out to McKenna Stewart at second base there, as that was a big part of the game because she kept it in the infield, did not allow a second run to score, and then a big pickoff. Miley Pistorius throwing behind at third base to retire Dousman to end the inning with the score remaining at 6-5. And that's where we would stand. The last chance for Elwood City. They got 2 runners on in the last inning, but a strikeout and a ground out to end the inning and end the game for Elwood City. Your final score is 6-5. Mohawk 6 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base. Elwood City 5 runs on 8 hits with 4 errors. They left 9 on the bag. There's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allows them to help with any project and meet any challenge. Visit gembuilders.com for more information. Building our community for 70 years. A couple awards to give out here, Jay. Let's start with the play of the game because first and foremost, I mean, you could have picked 4 or 5 different plays defensively for both of these teams that could have been made. A lot of double plays made. I want to give a shout-out to the freshman Lexi Stetler, who made a diving catch in foul territory to end the 5th inning. Just the defense all around. You talk about the heavy hitters and the swinging of the bat, but these two teams played some pretty good defense today. I know 6 total errors, but they played some spectacular defense.
The thing about Stewart, she was in left field most of the game. And then they put her at second base, and she makes the play of the game as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, that is going to be our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let me give an assist as well earlier. Caitlin Hare, she made a play on another RBI ground out that was a 3-4-3 put out that she was able to get off of a deflected ball. So great defense, but then she moves to left. McKenna Stewart goes to right. Her diving stop at second base and the throw from her backside to get the out at first. Still scored a run, but prevented the tying run from coming in. That's why that is our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. McKenna Stewart, congratulations to her for being named today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game recipient. She just got her customized t-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, for being today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. You can view the full list by going online to lcsportsnet.com. Click on awards. Congratulations, McKenna Stewart, your Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. As for the MVP Insurance MVP of the game, again, a great nomination. Sarah Schwartz was on base all 4 times for Elwood City. She went 3 for 3. Olivia Hare was a home run shy of the cycle, a single, double, and a triple, and a couple of runs scored. But in the end, it was the big stick of Lydia Cole at the right moment, breaking the tie and essentially getting the lead that Mohawk would not give back. That's why she's got to be our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, right, Jay?
Yes, I agree with you completely because Elwood got the run in the top of the 3rd, tied the score up, and they had all the momentum. So in the bottom of the 3rd, Lydia Cole stepped up, and she hit one a long way, and that brought them back up to a 2-run lead, and that's the lead they never got rid of. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Lydia Cole, the Mohawk Warriors. MVP Insurance and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Lydia as tonight's MVP of the Game. Lydia received a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list this year of game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click up MVP of the game. Congratulations to Lydia Cole of the Mohawk Warriors for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win.
Some final stats on your pitchers. Reagan Magno is your winning pitcher, 7 innings, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. She struck out 6 and walked 4, giving up 8 hits in the game. Amber McQuiston giving up 6 runs, 5 of them were earned on 9 hits. She struck out 4 and walked 2 in her 6 innings of work. Each team with a home run in the game here today, but the big stick of Lydia Cole getting the last the lead they gave and would not relinquish the rest of the way. Final score again, Mohawk 6, Elwood City 5. Well, that'll wrap it up here from Mohawk. Again, big thanks to Matt Laporte and everyone here. Always so great to us at Mohawk High School. Big thanks for making our producer Matt Flannery have to walk today. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go and give a couple extra bucks there to Mr. Laporte for that one for sure. But, hey, softball-wise, we're seeing some higher scoring games here in the early going for our year. We got more softball on the docket on Friday, right, Jay?
Yes, I'm ready for it. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, Lee and Jay will be out at Shenango for that one. Shenango against Laurel. We'll keep tabs, keep following us on social media. We'll get everything that we can. Schedules updated as they come along. They're going to change 10 million times between now and then. We'll keep you updated best as we can. Make sure you keep following us on Twitter, especially for all of those schedule updates. For the entire crew, big shout out to Garrett Dolan, running our cameras, getting all the graphics, and of course our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Matt Flannery. For my broadcast colleague Jay Moan, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. Softball action coming up on Friday. Laurel against Shenango, and plenty more action the rest of the spring here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Good night, everyone.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.